I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. It is about to be spring, and it is the time to start reorganizing your space and really enjoying the space that you live within. This is the perfect time to start going through your stuff and reorganizing because it's a new season. Typically, whenever we have a new beginning, it makes you more inclined to actually go through your stuff. And this is just the perfect time to do that. If you have time before spring break or around the spring break time, get rid of all that stuff. And once you go back to work or you go back to school, you're feeling so much more comfortable and relaxed in your space, and it relieves that stress that you have about coming home. Today we're working on my 3 front rooms of my house. I have this main front room right when you walk in. I have my entryway, laundry room, and my mudroom, and then I also have my den or desk space. These are all rooms that don't get used very often, so they end up being catch-all spaces. I am ready for them to be clean. I'm ready to walk through the front door and actually enjoy what I see. This futon right here is also about to go because I ordered it on Amazon and it just wasn't the color that I was looking for my space. I just really wanted like more of a rusty tone, and I ended up with this really bright orange. So I just don't feel like it fits my style. I do like the functionality of it, the fact that I can have someone stay in this room if I have to, but I think that maybe I would look at putting a different one in here next time. This room is actually going to become my photography studio. I want to move everything out of here so I can put up my studio. Hope you enjoy watching this video, and let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to my front room area. This is what it looks like right now, and it isn't terribly messy, but it's just not exactly what I have in mind for my front room, especially whenever I'm wanting to make this my photography studio. So I have my futon here, and I have this picture that actually fell off the wall and scared the living hell out of my husband and I one night, and same with our dog. That's a story for another day. But then I have this backdrop that I use as a photography backdrop in my bedroom. And then I also have this random skull picture. I think I wanted to put it up for Halloween, but that just didn't end up happening. Over here is like my stand bags and some fog juice, also from Halloween. Like, why is that still here? And then we have these random chairs that initially went with our formal dining room that was in here. And these are actually Christmas presents right here. These are boxes that I had gotten for my studio that is supposed to be going on this wall. And as you see, I chose this room as my studio because of the amazing lighting that we have that comes in through our house.
Reorganizing during a new season provides an opportunity to reassess your living space and make any necessary changes. As the seasons change, so do our needs and priorities. For example, during the spring and summer months, we may want to create a more open and airy space, while in the fall and winter, we may want to create more cozy, intimate spaces to make sure that our living space is aligned with our current needs and priorities and help to reduce stress and increase productivity. A cluttered and disorganized living space can be overwhelming and distracting, making it difficult to focus on work or relaxation.
So this room actually ended up being the easiest room to clean. I can already feel that it's echoing more in here, but it just looks so much more clean to me. Even though there's not a lot of stuff in here, it just feels a little bit more minimalist. And I'm starting to think that maybe over here on this blank wall, maybe I'll go ahead and look at putting a dresser or a desk to put some of my photography equipment, because it is currently catching all in a whole nother cabinet that's away from where the studio is going to be. I'm going to start thinking about that, but let's go ahead and move to the next room. So welcome to our front room. So as you see, all of these boxes are for our Airbnb. This is our new vanity for our house, and it is from IKEA. It was the best deal we could find. And we also have all of our door handles for Airbnb right here. I wanted to make it easy for us to unload it, but I think we're actually going to take it over to the Airbnb today. That way we can remove it from our house. I'm gonna get these out of the way and put them in the garage until we load them up, and that way this area will be clean. That was quick. So we've got this area now that has been completely cleaned off, and there are no more boxes. This looks so much more inviting to walk in here without all of those things hanging around. I haven't had a chance to look at what is in these drawers. Let me go ahead and this real quick and see if I need to reorganize at all. So it looks like we have all of our alarm system stuff in here, which I'm fine with. And then we have some Halloween decorations, of course. I'm gonna move these into the attic. And why is there an empty bag here? Who knows? I will probably use this for my classroom next year, so I will keep this one. And this was my scariest costume award. Okay, I could probably get rid of this. Most gory costume. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's a keep. These are bloody candles. Yeah, we'll keep those. And always some blood, which this could have totally dripped into my drawer, so I'm glad I got that out when I did. And we've got some old tea lights I can get rid of, so I'll put that in the trash too. So that way that drawer's cleaned out. Is there anything else in these drawers? And yeah, this is obviously a really old cabinet. Oh, here's some more alarm system stuff, so I guess that's where we're keeping all of that stuff. These drawers are really not being used for much, so I think what I'll do is I'll put all my photography stuff in here. So these are the stand bags that I'm currently using for my camera and my light, so I'm going to put them in here. But the thing that's nice is that all of my stands will actually fit inside this drawer. So I'm going to make sure that I consolidate them to where they fit inside the drawer, and that way I'll be a little bit more organized rather than just having them always standing up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I have some of my other camera bodies that I'm not using right now, so I'm going to put them in the top drawer since I use them more than everything else. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a lining or an organizer in here to where they'll all be like really nicely organized. And I'm going to keep getting some of my photography stuff. Okay, so this drawer and this whole area has all been reorganized and put together, and it looks great. So now the front room looks so much more inviting now that everything's all organized. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like right now, and hopefully y'all like it. I would like to welcome you to our very unfortunate looking mudroom, plus our laundry room. First things first, this is an obvious mess. This and all the Gatorade bottles, and these are from my golf tournaments, and it's nice to have them here because I'm able to just pack them up in the cooler and dip out of the house for the tournament. It doesn't look good when you walk right into your house and this is all the stuff you see. So I'm gonna move this into the pantry to where it's a little bit more hidden and with like items. So I'm gonna move those over there and clean up this area. Also, our house currently doesn't have AC, so I'm gonna go change because I'm sweating my butt off. I'll be right back. Why are makeup wipes here? This Doc Martens box has, I've already used these shoes and I've held onto it for like a few months, so it's time to let this one go. All of these jackets that are hanging here are definitely things that we could be putting in our closet. So I'm gonna take these down and put them into our closet. And honestly, some of these are ones that I could be looking at getting rid of because they've been hanging here for so long. I cleared off the entire top portion of the mudroom along with organizing the bags, and these are already up here, are pretty organized already, so I'm not gonna worry about this right now. I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff that's on top of the dryer and the washer because it's just like random stuff that's already been washed that I just need to remove from there. And then I'm gonna tackle the desk room, and then I'm done for today. Okay, so funny thing about in here is I actually have some laundry that I'm doing right now, so I'm gonna put that in the dryer first before I move all this stuff off, so I can just feel like I've already gotten that out of the way. The clothes are washing and the whole top portion of the dryer is cleaned off, and so is the washer, and I even went over and wiped it down with some Clorox wipes so it just felt a little bit more clean. Last but certainly not least, we have this mess of a desk room. Now, my husband and I unfortunately don't really use this space very much because it just ends up being a catch-all and we do most of our work at school, so it's time to go through all this stuff. Starting off with the counter, we have my very old MacBook that was from 2012, and it is like so thick in comparison to like the new laptops. Like this is in comparison to an old MacBook Air, and this thing is just gigantic. It weighs like, feels like it weighs like 10 pounds, honestly, maybe 8. It has died on me, so I need to go through this thing and figure out if I have any files that I need to get rid of on here and transfer them over to my cloud or my hard drive in my new Mac. So I need to keep this thing, unfortunately, for a little bit. I don't even think that I can sell it. This thing was dropped numerous times. Like, if you see here, it was dropped, and then even the disk drive over here is a little bit messed up, which yes, this one had a disk drive, and I think that there was a disk that got stuck in there, if I'm not mistaken. I will go through this hopefully later tonight and see if I need to remove anything from this. Next, we have my sister-in-law's MacBook, and this one got a really bad virus, and we were not able to clear it out. We thought that we'd be able to use it and figure out why it's messed up, but we have yet to do that. So I'm not sure if we're gonna try to take this to a shop to see if they can refurbish it, and then we can utilize it for something else. But my husband and I already have our own MacBook Pros. This one is a lost cause currently, so I'm gonna have to put this over with the other MacBook. So we have all these really gross, like unused folders that are just sitting here, and I think I'm just gonna say like we're gonna chuck them. They feel really dusty, so they're done. Where my diploma is supposed to go. I need to find my diploma again because it got lost in our move, and then we found it again, and now I found this again. So once I find that, I will put it in here and probably take it to my classroom so my students can see that I'm actually a graduate. This is an old iPhone, and I saw the other day and this is the first one, this is the iPhone 1. I saw the other day that there was an unpackaged iPhone that was sold for $43,000, so I wonder if this one would still charge. Maybe it would be worth something. Okay. This is a TV. It's like a 23-inch that I won at project graduation when I was in high school. It is collecting dust, and we don't even have a TV in our bedroom. We only have one TV in this house, so I might go around and see if any of my golfers need a TV or something, or someone in my family, before I actually take this to like Goodwill, but I don't think it's worth very much because it's so small. This is our Simpsa stuff for getting our dog Bolt, and we have all of his vet stuff in here, and his owner, and it even has his little like adoption photo. He was such a baby. So it turns out we actually have to make a last minute trip out to our Airbnb today, so I'm gonna stop here for a second, and then when I come back, I'm going to finish this office area, and then we're gonna finish this thing up.
By organizing and decluttering our living space, we can create a more peaceful and calm environment that promotes relaxation and productivity. As we go through our belongings and create more organized and functional living space, we can feel a sense of pride and ownership over our environment. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the thought of deep cleaning and reorganizing, try breaking the task down into smaller, more manageable steps. Focus on one room or area at a time, take breaks as needed, and remember the goal is not to tackle everything at once, but to make steady progress towards a cleaner and more organized space.
So today is officially the last day that I'm going to go through my house and declutter and clean a little bit. Mainly today is clean day because I cleaned out all the front rooms, I cleaned out the very front, and I cleaned out the mud room and the office room, so now it's time to just tidy up. I do have to still go through my guest rooms and probably my own master closet, but today is the last day before we go to South Padre, and I've been working a full-time job, over 12 hours a day, so I really haven't had a lot of time to really deep clean, but we will be going into that as we get towards the end of spring break because I do want to go back to the rest of the school year with all of my stuff clean. And I'm so sorry my dog is drinking his water as loudly as he can, but let's get started.
One of the key benefits of reorganizing and cleaning your home is the opportunity to rediscover items that may have been forgotten or misplaced over time. This can be a fun and exciting process as you may come across old treasures or memorabilia that can bring back happy memories. In addition to this, reorganizing and cleaning your home can also provide an opportunity to rearrange your furniture and decor. This can help create a new look and feeling in your living space, which can be refreshing and invigorating. Reorganizing your living space during a new season can have many benefits, whether it's reassessing our living space, reducing stress and increasing productivity, or simply enjoying the process of decluttering and reorganizing. There are so many reasons to take time to reorganize during a new season. So why not start today and create a living space that aligns with your current needs and priorities? I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and until next time.